Elizabeth Holmes from Theranos.
Elizabeth Holmes.
Elizabeth Holmes.
Thank you, for having me.
I am so incredibly humbled.
Elizabeth Holmes, once the youngest female self-made billionaire.
She dropped out of school at Stanford to start Theranos and soon became the youngest women billionaire in the world. But her success was short-lived. Actually, too short-lived. The very next year of being named the youngest billionaire, she was accused of committing a fraud through her healthcare startup Theranos. She actually founded the company Real Time Cures in Palo Alto, California, to democratize healthcare. Holmes described her fear of needles as a motivation and sought to perform blood tests using only a drop of your blood. Elizabeth Holmes pitched the idea of this blood testing to reap vast amount of data from a few droplets of blood derived from the tip of your finger to her advisor and dean at the School of Engineering, Channing Robertson, and asked him to back her idea. And Robertson became the company's first board member and introduced Holmes to venture capitalists. Everything was just going great, and even Larry Page of Oracle and Harry Kissinger backed her idea. She made her clandestine boyfriend Ramesh Balwani her chief operating officer. But now she plans to accuse her former boyfriend and ex-business partner Ramesh Balwani of intimate partner abuse as part of her defense strategy in her upcoming fraud trials. According to the new federal court filings released on Saturday, Holmes will contend that Ramesh, aka Sunny Balwani, former Theranos vice chairman, chief operating officer, and president, threw sharp objects at her and tried and even controlled how she ate and dressed. According to her lawyers, Balwani exercised control over Holmes in what was a decade-long campaign of psychological abuse. The document further suggests that she will also accuse him of sexual abuse. Holmes will contend during her trial that Balwani monitored her calls, texts, and emails, impacting her state of mind, including her decision to turn a blind eye to the failures of her blood testing startup, Theranos, which was supposed to revolutionize the medical testing. The US Department of Justice charged Elizabeth Holmes and Balwani with 9 counts of wire frauds in 2018, accusing them of defrauding investors, medical professionals, and customers. Both Elizabeth Holmes and Ramesh Balwani have pleaded not guilty. Before her arrest and the downfall of Theranos, Holmes was one of only a handful female founders in the Silicon Valley, running a unicorn or a $1 billion startup. Theranos purported to detect medical conditions even like cancer and high cholesterol by using proprietary lab technology on a small amount of consumers' blood, just a drop of it. The company raised over $700 million from investors to build the technology. The truth about her machines not working surfaced after the Wall Street Journal published a report in 2015 that her blood testing machine was faulty. This was followed by a statement by the US Securities and Exchange Commission in 2018 accusing Holmes of conducting an elaborative year-long fraud. Prosecutors said that she knew this from the very beginning about the faulty lab technology she was employing. By September 2018, Theranos was shut down. The Theranos founder, Elizabeth Holmes, and Ramesh Balwani faces up to 2 decades in prison on fraud and conspiracy, charged about the accuracy and capability of her machine. Her trial starts on August 31st in California after being repeatedly delayed for various reasons, from the pandemic to her childbirth. But now, Ms. Holmes is about to face the legal heat she was so long been evading.